I am in Atlanta for a few days. Today I will relive my PhD days. So let us go and explore what PhD student life is like. I will be helped by Singin USA Harnoor Singh.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Chaitanya Sambhara, faculty at the College of Business, University of Texas, Arlington. Visiting my old apartment first. My apartment used to be right up there, and it used to cost at the time less than $800. And the rents have increased so much that the same apartment now costs around $1,800 a month. So in those 10 years, the inflation cost has increased so much. For those students who have stipends from universities, their stipend amount has more or less remained the same. So it could be a difficult financial situation. So it might be a better option to share your room with somebody and afford your finances that way. So this is the Georgia Pacific building, GP, that says there. It's a huge building. It has an interesting architecture. And GP is where I used to work. I worked there for 1 year. So I was on this campus for total 9 years. Because even when I was not a doctoral student in Atlanta, I used to work in the same area at Georgia Pacific Corporation. Now we are at the Idaho Learning Center, ALC, where a lot of Georgia State University's classrooms are. And this entire building is filled with classrooms inside. And right next to it is Broad Street. Now the Broad Street is probably one of the most important locations on campus because it is filled with restaurants on both sides. And for me, I think I might have eaten at each of these restaurants like 400 times in those 9 years. Booth. This is Subway. This is an Indian store called Non-Stop. You have naans and Indian food here. Then looks like one of these restaurants is going through construction. Then we have Vietnamese on this side. Then we have Mediterranean and pizza place. And then we have Chinese place over there. So we have food from all over the world. Hi, Vanessa.
Falafel wrap?
Yeah. Can I also get a falafel wrap, please?
Of course.
And this is how you
This is
make
the
it.
best
This is the best falafel
best
wrap in the whole
falafel
world.
in the world, believe it or not, because I'm the first one in Atlanta. I opened it in 1999. And as my dad, we are 6th century, goes back, Ottoman Empire chef. From grandfather to grandson. I didn't want to be the chef, but I was going to be soccer player. My dad took me to
Is that you?
I was 7 years old. That's me, sir.
So I'm here only for a day, but I wanted to come to Alibaba for sure.
Yeah, I remember you used to go to school here.
Yeah, I was here for 9 years.
I remember you very well.
2006 to 2015.
Where do you live now?
I live in Dallas, Texas. You know, when I was finishing my dissertation here, on weekends when I used to come to work here and they were shooting Marvel movies like Captain America, Iron Man, Avengers. So they used to occupy the street and they would not let me enter my own building to do my own work in my own office, right? And I had to make a deal with them that I will not disrupt their shooting and that I will wait once they are not rolling. And then I will press the elevator button because they would get disturbed when I press the elevator button. It would make a ting noise. So if you press that elevator button, it will make a ting noise, you see. Okay. And they used to shoot right around this place. And one of the good things about RCB building here is that there's Bank of America. The door is closed right now, but there's bank right across.
Floor number 4.
Hi, Vanessa.
What do you start your recording already?
I'm actually recording right now, but I will not keep it or keep it if you allow me to.
Oh, okay. I said something. Hi, Shy.
So it is very nostalgic feeling here because I spent 6 years in this office And if you see, we have pretty nice large cubicles assigned to all PhD students, right? And oh, nice. This looks a bit different because every student has its own taste, but this used to be my office for 6 years. And the reason that I picked this cubicle was that so much natural light and you could see what is going on outside. And that is Broad Street. All the restaurants are over there. And I have many memories, and this is another person's cube. Some students actually keep their cubes quite messy.
तो आपका messy होता था कि नहीं? So how is your
Mine was
how
more
is
or
it
less like this. I did not have so much stuff.
organized?
Mine, she's even better organized than me, I would guess. But my office was more or less the same. And this is the area where, believe it or not, a lot of great research ideas have come up in this space and in this small conference room where we have a large whiteboard. In fact, all my dissertation research papers were conceived in this room. A lot of difficult decisions were made about research papers right here. Okay, so this actually is very nostalgic to be back into this room. And this small conference room has one more significance for me. Actually, I spent many nights sleeping right here. Actually, I did not sleep on this hard floor. What used to happen is that in the night time when I was the only person here, and if it was too late, rather than going home, I used to pick up this couch like this. Okay, and then this used to be my bed for the night. And I have not laid down here in a long time, so let me see how it feels like.
क्या बात है? Oh wow.
मैंने रातें बिताई हैं यहाँ पर कई रातें रात भर मैं यहाँ पे सो के सुबह घर गया हूँ.
So during presentation or dissertation or
Like during the PhD program, last 1 year, I was almost here all the time.
oh my god.
Okay, so इस तरह से finish की थी PhD क्योंकि going home in traffic, then again getting ready, it breaks your flow of work sometimes. So when it was crunch time, when things had to get done, I preferred to just stay here. And let us put this couch back. But the interesting part is that the longest day I ever had here was actually a 27-hour long day. I came to my office at 8 in the morning and I had to finish my dissertation and send it to my committee. So I finished the work next day at 11. So it was a 27-hour long work day. And I was so tired by that time. And I could not pull the couch because it was 11 in the morning, okay, the next day. So actually I collapsed right there in my office on the floor.
Oh, on the hard floor.
On the hard floor, yeah. Actually, I was not even trying to sleep. I just sat here for a few seconds and then I just dropped. Okay, and then I woke up after 4 hours. And then I went home to take shower because I had finished my dissertation, sent it to my committee. I was relaxed for a few days after that. But yeah, it was intense.
Oh my god.
But actually, how should I explain? You did not feel that you are going through hardship or anything because it is actually not hardship. You are actually enjoying because, let me just explain how. I had already got a job and then all I had to do was to finish my dissertation so that I can actually join my job as a faculty member, right? So you had every incentive to work as hard as you can and try and do a good job in your dissertation because that will actually fundamentally define your research career in many ways.
Like what kind of fun activities you have done?
Oh, we used to have our lunches here many times. But इस room की memory ये है कि when you write research papers and send it to journals, right? So revisions जो मांगते हैं, they can be very tough. So in this room, I have locked myself with my advisor for 4 hours, 5 hours with closed doors and intense brainstorming sessions, right? So ऐसे ही हमने बहुत मुश्किल puzzles solve किए हुए हैं यहाँ पर बैठकर. So yeah, and we have dual monitors. So one person could hook up their computer to one monitor, the other person to the other monitor, and we have all those facilities here. And as you can see, this whole thing, usually in many universities, PhD offices are not this big. Their cubicles are much smaller, but we were very lucky that we were given an environment where we actually can grow as scholars. And some students actually used to run servers here. For example, Look at these cubes. These are even more minimalistic and nicer. And a lot of heavy duty data analysis used to be run in these servers all over here. For example, as you can see, the computer is working for data processing. Please don't turn off or unplug internet connection right there. That's what it says. So yeah, a lot of interesting things have happened. A lot of successes have been celebrated. A lot of hearts have been broken here. Okay. चलो चलें डाउनटाउन का चक्कर काटते कैंपस को. Okay, so I'm with my friend Harnoor, saying we both went to Georgia State together. Actually, not together. We did not overlap, but we went to Georgia State. Okay.
So हुआ ये कि I came in 2016 and you left in 2015.
So I had left Georgia. Yeah, we actually never overlapped. You joined after I had left, right? अभी जो Walgreens फार्मेसी है यहाँ पर पहले ये फार्मेसी नहीं हुआ करता था. यहाँ पे कोई जूतों की दुकान हुआ करती थी यहाँ पर. और बाय द वे यहीं पे कहीं वो स्पॉट है जहाँ पे पहला कोक बेचा गया था. पता था तुम्हें ये बात?
नहीं.
पहला कोका कोला यहीं पे कहीं है वो स्पॉट. और यहाँ पे ये जो ग्रैंड पार्क है, यहाँ पे बहुत लोग चेस खेलते रहते हैं दिन भर.
अब तो कोई नहीं खेलते यहाँ पे, तो क्राइम्स है.
यहाँ पे क्राइम्स भी हो सकते हैं यहाँ पर. और होमलेस लोगों का काफ़ी कॉमन अड्डा है यहाँ पर.
यहाँ पे एक बार मुझे किसी होमलेस बंदे ने पीछा करना शुरू कर दिया था यार. यहाँ पे
पीछा करना यहाँ पे.
मेरे सामने एक दोस्त को भी पीछा करना शुरू कर
बट
दिया.
द गुड थिंग इज़ दैट दिस इज़ राइट अक्रॉस द पुलिस स्टेशन. जॉर्जिया स्टेट का जो पुलिस स्टेशन है वो यहाँ पे ये रहा. ठीक है, तो इतना भी डेंजरस नहीं होना चाहिए यहाँ पर, क्योंकि जब सामने ही आपके पुलिस स्टेशन है तो क्या उखाड़ लोगे यहाँ पर. कैलहॉल कहाँ गया है यहाँ पर?
So Kelhall is gone. ये पूरी बिल्डिंग तोड़ के इन्होंने नया रास्ता क्रिएट किया है to go to library. So it is really cool.
ये क्या हो गया है यहाँ पर? यहाँ पे तो सामने बिल्डिंग होती थी, अब यहाँ पे जॉर्जिया स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी लिखा हुआ है. बिल्डिंग को हटा के पता नहीं क्या क्या बना दिया इन लोगों ने. लैंगडेल हॉल जहाँ पे आई हैव टॉट वन क्लास, वो अभी भी वहाँ पर है. ये क्लासरूम साउथ में हम लोग अभी. यहाँ पे मैंने ऑटोमेटिक का क्लास लिया था. तुमने लिया था ऑटोमेटिक का क्लास?
डॉक्टर ली के साथ.
अच्छा, मैंने किंग के साथ लिया था. वो फाड़ देता था यार. सो इन ऑटोमेटिक क्लास आई स्टिल रिमेंबर इन द फाइनल एग्जाम 15 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आ गया था. मुझसे सॉल्व हो नहीं रहा था और 2 मिनट रह गए थे. अगर वो क्वेश्चन नहीं होता तो मेरे बहुत ही ख़राब मार्क्स आते. सर भगवान का भगवान बचा ले, भगवान बचा ले, और पता नहीं क्रैक हो गया मुझसे वो क्वेश्चन. तो वो आई थिंक दिस वाज 101. यही क्लासरूम था जहाँ पे मेरी हालत ख़राब हो गई थी. मुझे नहीं जाना उस क्लासरूम में फिर से. इम्प्रूवमेंट्स तो काफ़ी आ गई यहाँ पर. टू कीप क्वाइट. पहले यहाँ पर IMAX नहीं होते थे यहाँ पर.
IMAX तो क्या आपको यहाँ पे लेटेस्ट IMAX भी मिल जाती है अगर आप ऑनर्स कॉलेज जाओ. हाँ, लेटेस्ट IMAX ये अपडेट करते रहते हैं. अगर आप ऑनर्स कॉलेज में यू गेट योर ओन लैपटॉप फॉर फ्री. I still have that.
That's amazing.
मैंने रिटर्न नहीं किया, मुझे मांगा ही नहीं उन्होंने.
तो जब मैं था सिर्फ छोटे मोटे PC हुआ करते थे और बड़े मोटे मॉनिटर्स. यहाँ पे पतले मॉनिटर्स. एंड सो जॉर्जिया स्टेट हैज़ बीन डूइंग रियली वेल अपेरेंटली. तो हरनूर, व्हेन आई सॉ यू लास्ट ईयर, ये इतने डोले शोले तो थे नहीं. ये क्या हाल बना रखा है?
नहीं, नेचुरली 1 साल में हो गया. मतलब
नेचुरली थोड़ी हुआ है. सो ये आई थिंक टू बी इन सच गुड शेप यू नीड टू मेक इट वर्किंग आउट योर पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ स्टाइल, राइट?
हाँ, लाइफ स्टाइल में तो था कि मतलब रोज़ जाना है तो जाना ही है.
रोज़ जाते हो जिम?
हाँ, 5 to 6 days a week.
ओ तेरी. और कितना टाइम एक्सरसाइज करते हो?
40 minutes every day in the last 1 year.
40 minutes every single day?
हाँ.
4 to 5 times a week?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a highly disciplined person for you. ठीक है, मुझे भी थोड़ा सीखना चाहिए तुमसे.
वहाँ पे ब्रिज है.
हाँ,
तो वहाँ से ब्रिज से हम विल टेक अ लेफ्ट एंड देन वी विल गो टू स्टूडेंट सेंटर ईस्ट.
ओके. तो यहीं से जॉर्जिया स्टेट के शर्ट्स, बैग्स सब यहाँ पे मिल जाएंगे आपको.
करेक्ट.
तो स्टूडेंट सेंटर के बाहर ही है यहाँ पर ये पैंथर. ओके. तुमने यहाँ पर अपनी फ़ोटो खिंचवाई होगी?
नहीं, मैंने एक्चुअली नहीं खिंचवाई.
You don't have a photo with the panther on Georgia State campus? ओके मेरा यहाँ पर पैंथर के साथ फ़ोटो है पुराना। पैंथर है ना, ऑल द यूनिवर्सिटीज़ इन द यूएस एक्चुअली हैव मैस्कॉट। तो जॉर्जिया स्टेट का मैस्कॉट है पैंथर, ये जो पैंथर जानवर है। देयरफॉर जॉर्जिया स्टेट आईडी कार्ड्स आर आल्सो कॉल्ड पैंथर कार्ड्स। यहाँ पे देखो, वहाँ पे वेलकम पैंथर्स लिखा हुआ है। सो जॉर्जिया स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी स्टूडेंट्स कैन आल्सो बी रेफर्ड टू एज पैंथर्स। Okay, so we wrapped up the Georgia State trip. Now I am taking Harnu to one of my favorite restaurants in Atlanta called Taqueria del Sol. ये वो पहला रेस्टोरेंट था यूएस में मेरा, जहाँ पे मेरा कज़न लेके गया था। ये मेरा यूएस का पहला रेस्टोरेंट था एंड आई सिंसियरली बिलीव दैट दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द बेस्ट रेस्टोरेंट्स इन अटलांटा एंड इन द यूएस एंड आई रियली लाइक डिकेटर लोकेशन। सो दिस इज़ चीज़ डिप, मेल्टेड चीज़ विद क्या कहते हैं, जैलापेनो पेपर्स or chips. So try and tell me what you think. तुमने बहुत सारी मिर्ची ले ली थी यार। स्पाइसी है यार, स्पाइसी तो है ही। So just got done with dinner.
खाना बहुत अच्छा था। फ्रॉम टाकेरिया देल सोल वाज माय फर्स्ट टाइम इन डिकेटर लोकेशन, जहाँ से ये स्टार्ट हुआ है। ऑनेस्टली लाइक मतलब रेस्टोरेंट में खाना तो बहुत अच्छा था, बट लाइक इतना ज़्यादा कार्ब्स खा के मतलब नींद आने लग जाती है।
वो है ही उस तरह का रेस्टोरेंट। हेल्दी फूड तो वहाँ पे मिलेगा नहीं। जनरल अमेरिकन रेस्टोरेंट्स या किसी भी रेस्टोरेंट को अपना बिजनेस अगर बढ़ाना है तो दे हैव टू मेक फूड दैट टेस्ट गुड, not necessarily something that is good for you or healthy for you. तो अगर यही सोचो ना, अगर तुम्हें बॉइल्ड चिकन वर्सेस फ्राइड चिकन में कौन सा बेटर लगता है तुम्हें टेस्ट में?
Definitely fried chicken.
So same logic goes there.
Yeah, for sure. पर आपका ये हमेशा का फेवरेट है, राइट?
It's one of my favorite restaurants in Atlanta area. So जब भी मैं अटलांटा आता हूँ, टकेरिया डेल सोल का एक बार दर्शन कर लेता हूँ।
क्या बात है।
मैं अगर 5 सेकंड पे बैठ गया ना, मैं really proud of myself.
वन हरा दोगे चैतन्य। ये
मेरा भी लेफ्ट हैंड ठीक है, मैं राइट हैंडर।